Yeah, well, Preston, the Archdiocese of Seattle tells me it agrees with the mission of keeping kids safe and that priests are already mandatory reporters of abuse. But a bishop today telling me he worries that this new law puts their roles as clergy at risk. A controversial bill introduced to Washington lawmakers for 3 years just got the sign-off from Governor Bob Ferguson. Senator Noel Frame introduced Senate Bill 5375, now requiring clergy members to report instances of abuse or neglect if they learn about it during confession.
The state does not have to be complicit when faith communities choose to cover up child abuse and neglect.
This comes after weeks of tense testimony at the Capitol from both sides of the issue.
And I think that this is an opportunity for church and state to really work together to make sure folks get the support, the treatment, the interventions that they need.
I think that we in Washington State need to stay out of our religions, and we have other prevention to work on.
Within days of the bill passing, the Archdiocese of Seattle claims it violates a Catholic's right to confess their sins freely to a priest. And clergy can be removed from the church if they report such information from what's supposed to be a confidential setting. Where does this put the Archdiocese of Seattle? Do you plan to enforce this new law?
Well, a priest can't. There's also, a double standard here, I have to say, because, it calls out the privileged communication between priests and penitents, but it does nothing about like doctors and patients or lawyers and their clients or even spouses.
What's more, the Department of Justice reports its Civil Rights Division will investigate whether the bill violates the First Amendment, even calling it an anti-Catholic law. Senator Frame referenced Washington case law that states protecting children is of the utmost importance. And in response to the DOJ investigation, a spokesperson with the State Attorney General's office tells us that the office looks forward to explaining to the feds why this new law does comply with the Constitution. For now, live in Seattle, Jackie Kent, KOMO News.